Okay, this is the mushrooms. It's called Julien because they sliced. Julien means thinly sliced, but I make them half an inch cubes. You cut baby bellas or any kind of mushrooms that you want in half an inch cubes. Then one shallot you dice in small pieces. If it's a large shallot, it's one. If it's small, it's two. There is 2 tablespoons of olive oil in this, and I put it on 7, which will be medium high, but not high. So we're gonna saute it about 3 minutes, and this is about 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, we're gonna put our mushrooms all in. This is about 24 ounces of mushrooms, and this will fit about 6 people. It also depends what you're making. If it's appetizer, it's gonna fit more, but we are basically sauteing the mushrooms and the shallots in a 12-inch pan, flat pan. Don't crowd it too much. Don't take a deep pan, because otherwise it will have more water. You need more surface, so it's sauteed instead of boiled. So you're gonna cook them for about 5 minutes. Do not cover because we don't want all that liquid. And I do wash my mushrooms. Some people say that if you wash mushrooms, they will absorb the water. That actually is not true because I weigh them before I wash them and after. They do not absorb water. It takes a long time for mushrooms to absorb water, but if you quickly wash them so you don't have any of that sand or whatever it is that they grow in, then this is how you do it. I usually will go and put about 1 teaspoon of salt. For the reasons is because I want them sweat. When you put salt, the liquid will start coming out sooner and it will cook faster because salt will create a chemical reaction with heat and they will release all that water as soon as possible. So we're basically frying them like this. So far I have 1 shallot, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 24 ounces of not portobello, but baby bella mushrooms. As if you can see, it was up to here. Now it went down because mushrooms have a lot of, it's a sponge. More you cook, smaller it becomes. We put it on 5 minutes and let's see how long it will take us for this water to get evaporated. We need this water to get evaporated. Okay, we let the water evaporate. You can see there is still water here. Once we put the salt, it will release, mushroom itself will release a lot of water. So we need to get rid of that water because that's how it's gonna taste good. As you can see, there's less water in it. If you don't have much time and you want to make it faster, you can increase your heat. But non-stick pans should not be cooked on a higher heat. It's not safe. So that's why I would rather cook it on non-stick and take 5 minutes of all my cooking time longer. And this is what I'm doing. It becomes less and less water as we cook. In my estimation, I have 2 minutes left. See, when you push your mushrooms like this, you can see that all this water is evaporating. We have two options to make this. We can either make roux separately, which is 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of flour, and 1 cup of water. But we also can skip all of that. See, when you push it and there is not too much water left, just like this, that means your mushrooms are ready. And as by my estimations, 5 minutes is exactly the correct time. Now, we're gonna add about sprinkle 2 tablespoons of flour on the top of our mushrooms. Make sure that it's not too much, just make sure it's level. 2 tablespoons of flour. We need it so we could make our sauce. That's it. Now, we're gonna mix our flour and mixture. This is kind of it's a thickening agent. We're gonna add about 2 tablespoons of butter in this. So it, first of all, it tastes better, but it also, we need to cook the flour. Since our mushrooms cooked in 2 tablespoons of olive oil, now we're adding about 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter, because we already had salt in the mushrooms. Or if you want to put salted butter, you prefer salted butter, then don't put the salt in the beginning, put it in the end. Now that it's all mixed, we're gonna get about a cup of hot water. I'm gonna start with 1 cup of hot water. This whole process with the flour took about 2 minutes. Now we're gonna add water. It's 1 cup of water. Just mix it. This is your thickening agent. Flour was your thickening agent. So this is the easiest way to make these mushrooms instead of making separate roux. Don't forget that pepper and salt you can also add at the end. You're cooking it about 2 minutes because you need to cook the flour. After we cook our flour for 2 minutes, flour and with hot water and 2 tablespoons, this is ready. When you push it and it looks like this, it's ready. So we put aside so it doesn't burn, and we're gonna start with 2 tablespoons of sour cream. Sour cream is your acid. You're gonna need that. Just want to make sure we measure it correctly. Let's start with 2 tablespoons and we'll go from there. We have a 2 tablespoons here. Probably let's make 3 tablespoons of sour cream. Perfect. This is your acid. This is gonna add the creaminess to your mushrooms. You're gonna mix it well, and this is ready. We're gonna shut it off Mix it well. Cook it for 1 minute. Shut it. This is ready. This is the shortcut mushrooms, and I will show you the applications. We're gonna try to see the salt. Perfect. We're gonna add about mushrooms and black peppers. Go very well together. So I'm being generous about it and adding about half a teaspoon of black pepper. You could do less, it all depends on your taste. So this is pretty much ready. So I'm gonna show 2 applications of this, how you should be doing this. One, we're gonna do with the ramekins.